Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson. Which randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past are we looking at this week?
It's the 13th of December 1970. We're about to head into the top 5, but before we do, here's a quick recap of the songs we've covered so far. Down 2 to number 10, it's You've Got Me Dangling on a String by Chairman of the Board.
It's Motown, but not as we know it.
Up 3 to number 9, it's My Prayer by Jerry Monroe.
Opportunity knocked for this fella.
Up 3 to 8, it's Nothing Rhymed by Gilbert O'Sullivan.
There's loads of rhymes, Gilbert.
Non-mover at number 7, it's Home Lovin' Man by Andy Williams.
An easy listening rhyme of the ancient mariner.
And up 11 places to number 6, it's Grandad by Clive Dunn.
As Biblical Broadcasting says on YouTube comments, if he was about now, they'd call him age fluid. As always, you can listen to these 5 records and the 5 we've talked about in our attached playlists. And also, there's another half a dozen songs on that playlist. James, why?
Because we do a bonus tracks podcast, especially for our Patreon backers, the people who help this podcast going by bunging us a couple of quid a month. You can become one by going to patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast. Not only will you get the glow of being a benevolent benefactor of the arts, because that's what this is, but you'll also get an extra episode every single week featuring songs that never made the top 10, but that we think are worth talking about anyway.
You don't have to be benevolent benefactor to listen to all this music. Listen to it either before, during, or after this podcast, because not only does it make what me and James are banging on about in an early 70s style more relevant, also you get to hear some great records, especially the top 5, James. I'm excited.
Oh, let's get into it then.
Number 5.
Up 8 to number 5 this week in our randomly selected top 10 chart. It's the Jackson 5, and they are claiming I'll Be There.
They'll be where?
There. They're on the stairs.
Where on the stair?
Right there.
A little Jackson with clogs on.
Well, I declare. Going, come on. Now, James, Mariah Carey covered this for, let's call it younger people.
Is that why she did it? Hey, you younger people, come here and listen to this.
And when Mariah sang it, I remember that time, whenever that was in the 90s, I thought, this is a beautiful song. And I think that's how I learned for the Jackson 5 song from Mariah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mariah. Namaste.
All right. Well, this was huge, this record. It sold 6 million copies worldwide. It was their 4th American number 1 in a row. And it was, until Endless Love came out, the most successful Motown single of all time.
We've covered Endless Love in the past by Lionel and Dinal, we're going to call them.
Yeah, Dinal,
Yeah.
we should call them, yeah.
So go back to listen to it. I'd just like to point out that we've done loads of these in the past. Thank you very much for your attention.
Done too many of them, if anything.
Shush.
But this is the first time we've mentioned the Jackson 5.
We've done Michael Jackson a few times in the past with his Blood on the Dance Floor.
But he's 11 when he sings this. He turns 12 the day after the record was released. And who else sings on this record?
The other Jacksons, the other 4 of them.
But who else sings a lead?
Jermaine?
Yes, Jermaine sings the bridge. I'll be there to comfort you. That bit is 15-year-old Jermaine Jackson. What is his name now and how is it different from his name then?
Jermaine?
Yep.
I don't know.
His name now is Jermaine Jackson, where the O in Jackson has been replaced with a U.
Is it? Why?
Yes. Because it's a free country, and if he wants to be Jermaine Jackson, he can be. Before that, he was Mohammed Abdulaziz Sharif for a little while.
All right, Lindsay Camai on YouTube, this is good, says, why is no one talking about how good Jermaine is at singing and playing the bass? And then someone else pops up to say that the brothers, the Jackson 5, never played any of the instruments while recording it and let the house band do it. And someone called Bob West played the bass on this record, apparently.
Bob West, who wrote the first version of this song.
Oh, is that a fact? Oh, well done. Well done.
He wrote it with Hal Davis, who was a Motown executive. They set up the Motown office in Los Angeles. Davis tweaks the song, and then he gets another songwriter called Willie Hutch to come in to rewrite some of the lyrics. And then they pitch it to Berry Gordy, who apparently makes changes and gets a songwriting credit.
Okay.
We don't know how much he did, but he's got a songwriting credit on
He
it.
produced it as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Very good. He has a lot of the Motown songs.
Yes, you and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back.
I'm going to do the chords behind it, James, to give it some sort of context. So, they're saying at the beginning, the Jackson 5, they're going, you and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Make salvation great again.
Where there is love, I'll be there.
Who'll be there?
I will.
Who's I in this case? Is it the singer? Is it Michael Jackson?
I believe it to be Michael.
Why is he going to be there where there's love?
Because he needed his son himself.
Or is the I some kind of spiritual figure?
I see. I like it. And then Jermaine goes, after doing that, oh, a little modulation of, I'll be there to comfort you, but my world of dreams around you. I'm so glad that I see. Something like that. I'll be there with a love so strong. I'll be your strength. I'll be holding on. Yes, I will. And then Michael says, let me fill your heart with joy and laughter. Togetherness. Well, that's all he's after.
And a monkey and a llama and a fairground.
Yeah. Do you know how I found out Michael Jackson had died? I was at Glastonbury at the time.
Oh, yes.
And I woke up one morning and there's a fella walking around with a T-shirt saying the Jackson 4. I thought, what's that about? Only an hour later when I was out and about and everyone was doing Michael Jackson covers, I found out. That's a quick turnaround.
Well done to the T-shirt printing company.
Yeah, man.
It's a lovely song, this, isn't it?
Oh, it's so pretty. I mean, come on, there's no denying it.
Sing-alongable. It's lighters in the air, isn't it?
We go on about 1917. We're doing an old chart. However, if you look at the charts as of time of recording today, Michael Jackson's all about in the pop charts because of that film, the biopic that's come out recently.
Yeah, Leaving Neverland, yeah.
Don't talk about Leaving Neverland. It makes me think of Michael looking at young boys' anuses. That's what they talk about. It's really disturbing.
No, I know. All right, but it's the film Michael, which my youngest kid has been to see with her friends.
Oh yeah, any good?
And well, this is really the sort of the first thing she knows about Michael Jackson is that film. So obviously she thinks that film is the truth, and she thinks everything else has been a big conspiracy theory.
Hang on, I can hear the police are coming since we talked about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
The pop police are on the way around. I'm getting a siren song as we speak. I love it. I love that noise, don't you? But as I heard someone say once, that somebody's Christmas ruined.
God, blimey.
Anyway,
They won't sell many ice creams driving that ambulance.
that's another one.
I want to talk about one of the lyrics in particular. It's right at the end of the song. So Michael Jackson's having a bit of a freestyle over the end, isn't he? He shouts out, "Just look over your shoulders, honey."
That's a good point. I heard that. Over your shoulders. I've never. That's right, James. I've never heard that phrase.
For the benefit of the listeners, I was trying to look over both my shoulders at once there.
It's usually the singular.
Yeah. You look over your shoulder because that's easy to do. Looking over your shoulders, you're just moving your head left and right. You look like you're watching tennis. I was trying to think who could look over with both their shoulders at once. Kermit the Frog. He's got eyes kind of on the side of his head. You'd need vision like that, wouldn't you? So, is Michael Jackson singing this to Kermit the Frog?
It's an interesting point. Please put comments down below and tell us what you reckon, as long as it doesn't end in off. All right. You could argue that Michael Jackson is singing from the point of view of a cook or a simp, to use modern language. He's saying he'll be there, whatever happens. You can do what you want, I'll be there.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like he's going to be hiding, peeking through a slats in a cupboard door.
I'm only being silly. It is beautiful.
I mean, he's only 11 here. There is a kind of dilemma with Michael Jackson, isn't there? At what point can you stop enjoying his music?
At no point. I'm going to enjoy his music, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Even the later stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, man, we're here again. We're in R. Kelly land, you remember?
Well, let's talk about the other members of the Jackson 5, because
Please.
they very often get overlooked, don't they?
Yeah.
We mentioned Jermaine. He has some solo hits, doesn't he, in the 80s?
Jermaine Jackson with you.
And Marlon and Jackie Jackson.
Yeah.
Where did they perform in 2025?
I don't know.
At the Reform UK Party Conference.
Did they really?
Yes.
I never saw that coming.
Neither did I, but there you go.
All right.
I wonder how much they got. 5 million quid?
I'm trying to think while we're here, James. What songs could the Jacksons have...
I want you back in your own country.
Blame it on not the boogie, the immigrants. I could have done that. Hey, where's my baseball cap? We're going right wing again. That's surprising, isn't it? Do you think they just took that as a gig and didn't know where they were going to play?
They must know. You'd ask, wouldn't you?
Quick Google. However, I will give them props for not following the pop party line. Shall we do that? Hang on, that's the police coming round.
You got someone at your door?
I've got someone at my door again. Since we mentioned all this stuff, the alarms.
Number 4.
It's a non-mover at number 4. It's only Make Believe by Glenn Campbell.
It's a fact, though. Hey, it's one of the records with a key change in this week. I'm going to dig into that in a short while, but I get so excited about KC.
Oh, we're shortening it now. It escalates, doesn't it, throughout the whole song? It's always going din 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 din. It's always moving up.
This is
Gives it a sense of propulsion.
Holly, 1969 on YouTube comment says, the way this song was written to build up and up and up was pure magic. It sounds as if the chords continue to go up the neck of a guitar, but it is only make-believe. They just go back and forth. So this is exactly what we're talking about. We should point out, first of all, that this song by Glenn Campbell is a cover by Conway Twitty. I knew this record by Conway, of course.
Yeah, originally written by Conway Twitty's drummer, Jack Nance, who is not the Jack Nance who goes on to play Eraserhead in the film Eraserhead. That's a very different guy. He said it took about 10 minutes to write, and then Harold Jenkins came along to put some finishing touches on it. You know who Harold Jenkins is?
No.
Conway Twitty.
Okay. Good.
Because Conway and Twitty are the names of 2 towns in Texas, and he put them together. So what would your name be if you took the name of 2 towns in the West Midlands and put them together?
I'd be known as Aldbury Smethwick.
Yeah.
What would you be known as?
I'd be Dudley King Standing.
It's quite a good name.
Quite good, isn't it?
All right. So this drummer who wrote this song, this is interesting, bearing in mind what Holly 1969, it's got a little prologue, hasn't it? The beautiful 50s of people see us everywhere, they say you can't care, but myself I can't deceive, I know it's only make-believe, and goes into it. And then what we're talking about, the melody that goes up, you have to start low, James, with this song if you're going to sing it, I think. My
one and only prayer
is that someday you'll care. My hopes, my dreams come true. See, it's going up. My one and only you. No one will ever know how much I love you so. You think you can't go any further, but no. It's back to those chords where prayer will be. That's someday, but it's only make believe. So yeah, it just keeps going around, but it is like the ascent, the flight into the
Remind me of Diana by Paul Anka.
Yeah, I suppose
That has that same kind of rising.
So young and you're so old, yes. You know, speed it up a bit, it's the same as I've been told. I get in I never know. It's only make believe. Diana.
Yeah.
All right then.
Well, Diana comes after the original of this, which was an American and UK #1 back in 1958. There were other charting versions by Billy Fury, got to number 10 in 1964, and Child, who got to number 10 in 1978.
Also, I'd like to point out, James, you know what I'm like. It's only make believe and Diana are linked because of conspiracy theories.
We were in the land of make-believe. quite recently. I seem to remember.
Bucks Fizz, yeah. All right.
This version produced by Wrecking Crew member Al DeLore, who he's on A Christmas Gift for You and Pet Sounds, amongst many, many others.
And
of
Glenn
course,
Campbell was part of the Wrecking Crew.
in the Wrecking Crew. He first got a guitar age 4, and by 6 he was playing on local radio stations. So either he was an amazing guitarist or local radio stations ran out of records. Do you know this? He was in the Champs.
What record did they do? Tequila?
Yeah, but he wasn't in them until after Tequila.
Okay.
And he was also a touring member of the Beach Boys at one point, Glenn Campbell. He did loads of stuff. I really like Glenn Campbell. I mean, this is fine, but a bit like My Prayer by Jerry Monroe. I mean, it's incredibly similar to that in that it's an old 50s song that kind of feels like it could have been a hit at any point in the last 15 years.
But it takes a skill to sing it, as we've discussed with it, and they've got the key changes in. So you not only do you have to start low, you keep being pushed up against your will by key changes.
The lyrics, when it starts, people see us everywhere. They think you really care. I want to say something like, oh my God, there's a bear. I just want to keep that rhyme going for as long as possible.
Okay.
Which ruins it.
Because you're a rapper, James.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone says that about you. The song is all about living, make believing. I think the melody that we've talked about, the desperation is in there. It's only make believe. There's something heartbreaking about this song.
Is it only make believe because she's got him dangling on a string?
Like
And
chairman of the board, see part one.
Does he have a prayer that the relationship will come back?
Yeah.
Similar themes, isn't it? Similar themes in this chart.
As I mentioned at the beginning of part one, all about the complexities of love. We've had a song about an old age pensioner, so it's not just that. Like I say, I saw Glenn Campbell. I took my mama to see him a few years ago. Pretty good. Glenn Campbell, at the time he was old, he was on his way out, I think. He had it was a family event, so it was very much like the old country radio shows from the 40s and 50s of a family presenting, that the whole country and western, not country and western, actually country tradition of the clan singing together. He did all his hits and a few others, did a couple of Elvis songs. The clan of a family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a cover version. It's like a rock and roll standard, isn't it?
All right, well,
We'll bang this out. It'll get in the top 10. People like it.
Do you think it's as cynical as that, rather than I'm going to sing this song because I love it and it remains beautiful, I'm going to introduce it to people who may not know it? I mean, that's what we sometimes claim in our moments of pretension, James, don't we? Wake up.
Do you want to know why I'm tired?
Please tell me.
At 2 a.m, I genuinely thought a big beam with nails in it was going to swing down and hit me in my bed.
What?
So I fell out of bed really slowly and stayed on the floor until I thought it was safe.
In a dream?
Yeah, that the dream was a big bar with nails in it was going to hit me, but in real life I got out of bed and lay on the floor.
You didn't realise, as Glenn was trying to warn you, that the dream was only make-believe.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the song coming on. James was lying in his bed. He thought one day he'd be dead. A beam was gonna fall down and hit him on the crown. He ended up on the floor, and you know what is more? He started yawning now on a podcast and how. But what was it, James?
It was only make-believe.
Number 3.
It's a non-mover at number 3. It's Neil Diamond with Cracklin' Rosie.
Before we delve into this, what does this song have in common with the previous song we've just talked about?
It's not a cover. I believe Neil Diamond wrote it. What does it have in common? I don't know.
The Wrecking Crew. This is Neil Diamond's most successful single in the UK because it gets to number 3. And what do you think about it?
Cracklin' Rosie. Now, I have a little blind spot to Neil Diamond. We've discussed this in the past, haven't we?
Do you?
I saw him at Glastonbury, and unusually I walked away from that gig to go and see something else. I turned off an album that I was told to listen to once, and also the film Song Sung Blue, which you recommended me to watch, about a Neil Diamond tribute act. I bailed out early. I stuck with all of Cracklin, Rosie, James.
Well, it's only about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that helps. It's a winner, isn't it, this song? I don't love Neil Diamond. I'm one of them with Neil Diamond. He's not one of my... I don't know why. There's something that always leaves me a tad cold. But, you can't argue with this song.
Well, I like Neil Diamond, and I think this might be my favourite Neil Diamond song.
Really?
Yes.
Because...
It's got a slight edge to it, hasn't it? It's got an edge to it. What is he? Who is he singing to? Who could Cracklin Rosie be? She's a store-bought woman. Is Cracklin Rosie a lady of the night, perhaps?
I never realised it till this week. What? Go on.
But Cracklin Rosie isn't a lady of the night.
It's not even a woman.
It's not a person. Cracklin Rosie is booze. Sweet, sweet, lovely booze. It's cheap wine. Cracklin Rosie.
Jacqueline Romanio on YouTube says Neil Diamond got the idea for the song from a folk story of an Indian tribe in northern Canada who had more men than women. On Saturday nights, those guys get their girl. The guys without girls get a bottle, and that's their girl for the weekend, taking solace in the shape of a bottle and the contents.
Neil Diamond was being interviewed by a lady reporter.
Hello.
Finally, a woman in this top 10. And
even when a song's about a woman, it's not. It's about a bottle of wine.
And apparently she brought up the thing about the Indian reservation with the ratio of one woman to 100 men. And Neil Diamond says, well, how do these guys spend the weekend? And she said, oh, they go out with Rose, Cracklin Rose. And he was like, what? It's a wine. They get some Cracklin Rosie wine and they get mashed. That's their weekend. And their girlfriend is Cracklin Rose. And Neil Diamond went, you've just given me an idea for my next big hit. Which is how you want songs to be written, don't you? Like in a bad film. It's not his only song about wine, though, is it?
No, I was thinking exactly the same. Red, red wine, he wrote. He loves a drink, Neil.
Well, does he? Or just does he love singing about it? There's so many great lines in this. Cracklin Rose, you're a store-bought woman, but you make me sing like a guitar humming. Can you make your guitar hum? Or we'll try and sing like it?
What are we doing with our lives, James?
Honestly, no idea.
Right.
And then, of course, the end of I guess, is the bridge where he just goes, play it now, play it now. Come on. You put your arms in a V and you yell it, don't you?
Yeah, all right.
Of course you do. If you didn't, you'd be dead. Anyone who doesn't do that, the coroner should just take them away immediately, put them in a big bag and throw them in a fridge.
It's got a key change in. Good one. What song by Lulu did he write as well? We're doing cover versions.
The Boat That I Row.
Which we've covered again in the past. Listen to old ones. We were both big fans of that, weren't we?
Yep.
Also, what else have I learned? Madeline Deirdrix calls Neil Diamond the Jewish Elvis Presley. David Law says, this is a great song to help me re-enter the world after coming back from combat tour in Vietnam. Now, I like this, James, when YouTube points out that you're not always listening to from the perspective of, I was a pop fan, I remember this one, or my dad used to sing. It's great if David Law is giving Neil Diamond a shout-out for helping him after that trauma. We mentioned this, a lot of people were there, they're familiar with this song from a video game called Skate 3. So I always like the notion that, a video game and can keep songs living 55 years later. However, Vordman on YouTube says, geez, if modern songwriters could produce stuff like this, the modern world would be more bearable.
What does that even mean?
What does it even mean? But I like it because a fella called Steve Opsky, I don't know if it's a fella, I can only presume, says, there's stuff like this and better being released every day, but instead of finding and listening to it, you'd rather just stay ignorant.
Yes, I would.
It's unusual, isn't it? I quite like it, though. We've discussed this when we've done podcasts in the past from a more modern era that we're not necessarily that familiar with. I mean, there's loads of great stuff happening all the time. Listen to some of our old ones and enjoy yourself.
If liking this song is ignorant, I don't want to be clever. Hitching on a twilight train. What a great line that is. You could put that line in any song and it would improve it. Put that in the British national anthem. God save our gracious king, hitching on a twilight train. Suddenly I'm singing it.
While we're going about the great lyrics, it also makes a great lyrical choice at the end by going, ba, 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 ba. He sticks a bit of that in. We
Yeah, it's
like
a bit of
we
a
like one of
ba-ba.
them. This is also the one song this week in YouTube comments that loads of people, James, is going, I'm a metalhead, but I like this
Yeah.
one.
They're back, are they?
They're back, aren't they? Metalheads with their silliness. There's stuff like this being released all the time, metalheads.
But they don't have the line hitching on a Twilight train in it.
No.
I think it's brilliant. I love it. It's on my karaoke list.
Okay. I mean, what more recommendation do you need, really?
Number 2.
It's another non-mover. It's at number 2. It's peak position. It's never a number 1. It's When I'm Dead and Gone by McGuinness Flint.
Yes, again, this song I was vaguely familiar with, so it's been a treat to hear it all the time this week.
I didn't know it at all.
Okay.
New
Did you
to
like
me.
it? Did you like
I
it? Did you
like it a lot.
Okay.
It reminded me of a song you mentioned maybe in part 1, Ooh La La by The Faces, which is one of my favourite songs. And this, interestingly, predates it and I think has the same producer. It's got that sort of vibe of, late age wisdom, which I quite enjoy.
It's got a ramshackle feel to it. I'm going to say Flint, I believe, Huey Flint from McGuinness Flint. He plays the drums on it. He does a special job on this record, I believe. Splashing about, keeping it interesting.
Yeah, he used to be in John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. He would quit music in 1981 and become a college porter in Oxford.
While we're talking about memories and false ones, Paul van der Maas on YouTube says, this is how he relates to this record, spending time with friends, ringing dial-a-disc from the local telephone box.
What does that mean?
Back in the day, you could ring up a thing called dial-a-disc and it just play a tune to you from the charts down the earpiece of the Bakelite telephone. I mean, bearing in mind what your phone can do now with providing music to you, giving you hey, listen to all these tracks in the Spotify playlist and on YouTube and all that. But you used to have to ring up a weird old number to listen to chart hits. The kids would never know they're born.
No, you don't think you're born, kids. This song epitomises, I think, my attitude towards my own death.
Well, this is a good record. If you can do that, go on.
And death generally, which I know is kind of easy for someone to say.
In the chorus, you're being specific about the refrain. It's sentiment and its spirit.
Yeah, when I die, don't you write no words upon my tomb. I don't believe I want to leave no epitaph of doom. When I'm dead and gone, I want to leave some happy woman living on. When I'm dead and gone, don't want nobody to mourn beside my grave. I am of the opinion that life is for the living.
Yeah.
And I've said to my lot, I've said when I go, donate everything, anything they want, they can have. And they're all like, oh, really? Everything? What, even your eyes? I'm like, yeah, give them anything they want. Because I'll be gone. It doesn't matter.
Okay. The brilliant comedian Sean Locke always had a bit in his routine that I loved, saying when he died he wanted to be fly-tipped.
And did that happen?
Oh.
Because if not, those are his wishes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Richard Duplessis on YouTube says, if nobody celebrates your life in terms of friendship and kinship, it's unlikely you'll be mourned by many. That made me think this week from Richard Duplessis.
So maybe you're saying the best way to not be mourned is to be a horrible swine your whole life, and then you'll get your way. And that is why I am like the way I am. I just don't want people to mourn me. I didn't really know much about McGuinness Flint until this week.
Go on.
They only had 2 singles out. This gets to number 2. The follow-up gets to number 5. And then that's it. No more singles for them. It's one of the first hit singles to use a mandolin as a main instrument. Can you think of other songs that use a mandolin?
As we mentioned with the Faces, Rod Stewart and the Faces use mandolin all the time.
Yeah, Maggie May. Famously, John Peel pretends to play the mandolin on Maggie May.
McCartney plays mandolin on Dance Tonight. Just like to chuck him when I can. There's another instrument on this record that's rarely used.
The good old kazoo.
The kazoo. It's only fleeting, isn't it? The kazoo.
Yeah.
It just pops in for a bit. I think it's going to be a kazoo solo, then it goes away. And it's nice.
Yeah, it's got a mandolin and a kazoo, and it gets to number 2 in the charts. It's good, isn't it? It's good going. Tom McGuinness, the other person who's in the title of the band, formerly of Manfred Mann. Who else is in McGuinness Flint?
Don't know.
Who would go on to be a duo and have their names in the title of that?
I don't know.
Benny Gallagher and Graham Lyle.
The writers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gallagher and Lyle. Bernard Gallagher changed it to Benny. Why?
Because it's a much cooler name, Benny.
Is it? Yeah, it probably is. But also, he didn't want to be confused with the golfer, Bernard Gallagher.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. His son, Julian, is part of Biffco, who wrote loads of songs for like the Spice Girls and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about them in the past
yeah.
too. Hey, all right then. It was inevitable we're going to be saying we've talked about that in the past, the longer we do this.
Yeah. Eventually, these episodes will just be, we've done this already.
I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah. They'll be a lot shorter.
It doesn't end with a ba ba ba. This ends with a ooh la 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 bit. That's all. Again, a little bit of joyous nonsense coming out at the end. Not being able to stop the untrammeled joy of the pop tune.
Yeah, produced by Glyn Johns.
Oh yes, him of Beatles fame because he produced the Get Back and Let It Be thing, and also loads of people doing Glyn Johns.
Yeah, Rolling Stones, the Eagles, the Who, the Faces, Eric Clapton, Chris de Burgh, Crosby, Stills and Nash. Loads of people.
It featured in the film East is East, so a lot of people, younger people, were there because they like that film.
I really like it. It's a joyful, whimsical song about death.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about being dead and gone. So there's a morbidity, if you like, there.
Yeah.
If that's the right phrase. So I put this record out on our social media, James. Our Facebook group and our Instagram, Shooby Podcast. Please follow us. We asked pop stars for 1 million pop points. What else, apart from being dead and gone, could McGuinness Flint sing about?
Debbie Harry's at the Cash and Carry saying McGuinness Flint could sing about one way and another.
The new beats are up for a treat and reckon they should try some bread and butter.
Chaz and Dave are having a rave and believing McGuinness Flint should wear belt and braces.
Rod the Mod's being a silly old sod and speculates they could try small or simply just the faces.
You two are saying yoo-hoo and firmly ascertain that both McGuinness and Flint could sing about gold and silver.
Paul McCartney's having a party and he's suggesting they could talk not only of everywhere but also of hither and thither.
Well done for getting a rhyme for silver, by the way.
Thanks, man.
The Fonz has got his groove on and is gently recommending that McGuinness Flint could warble on about Mondays and Tuesdays because the answer's happy days.
Well, Tony Christie's eyes are getting misty and heartily believes that McGuinness Flint should stop singing about being dead and gone and says that instead they should sing about avenues and alleyways. Who deserves 1 million pop points for that this week, do you think?
I think Chaz and Dave.
Yeah.
The UK's number one.
It's a non-mover at number one for the 4th of 6 weeks at the pinnacle of this 1970 chart. I'm trying to give it as much, trying to big up number one, James. Oh, would you believe it's only I Hear You Knocking by Dave Edmonds?
Yeah, and as it's going to be number one for the next 2 weeks, that means it's also the Christmas number one of 1970.
It's so Christmassy, this song.
Such a Christmassy song. Now, do you think, here's a little theory that I'm going to put forward, do you think that this might be the first glam number one?
Okay.
It's an instance of glam rock here.
Well, I suppose we should point out it's a cover version. It's an old song from the 50s. I knew it by Fats Domino. I believe Smiley, well, in fact, I know Smiley Lewis did it before. You know, so it's a rock and roll standard, as we discussed a little bit with It's Only Make Believe. There's a touch of that, but I like the notion that the sound of it, something new and modern.
Because a lot of glam records are kind of classic rock and roll style, but with a sort of grungy guitar.
Yeah, all right, why not? I mean, again, we mentioned it with another record in the past, can't remember which one off the top of my head, but John Lennon, again, in his final interview, was saying he loved this record, even though it was out 10 years before he got shot, so, you know.
He said it was one of the greatest records of all time. And, I knew this record. I didn't think I appreciated what a massive hit it was. Sold 3 million copies.
It's weird for what is essentially a 12 bar, you know, like you say, it's an old rock and roll song. It's a cover version. We don't dismiss cover versions, apart from if they're by UB40 now and again. My apologies. But, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so written by Dave Bartholomew.
Yes, Fats Domino's collaborator.
And also he put a writing credit for his wife, Pearl King, on the Yeah. I don't know how much she added to the song. She might have done.
Why'd you question it?
Well, he said he wrote it in the backseat of a car coming out of San Francisco.
Okay.
He doesn't say with my wife.
All right.
And the original, as you mentioned, by Smiley Lewis, born Overton Lemons.
Okay.
Why would you change that name?
I thought Smiley Lewis was a great name till I heard Overton Lemons.
Yeah. Described as the unluckiest man in New Orleans. Why?
I don't know. I'm going to have to shift the Overton Lemons window to find out why. Go on, why? Why is he unlucky?
Because people just felt like Fats Domino came along and kind of overshadowed him.
Yeah, well, he sort of did, didn't he? I mean, you know, there's no denying it. Fats Domino is a bigger name in musical legacy, but he was absolutely influenced by Smiley Lewis, I believe.
What little bonus does Smiley Lewis get from this record?
Oh, of course, this is at the end, isn't it? This is what I mentioned at the beginning of part one. The shout-outs to other pop stars. Dave Edmunds, as he's going about his business. He gives loads of shout-outs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know who to?
Well, he gives a shout-out to Smiley Lewis, but only after he's given a shout-out to Fats Domino first. So once again, overshadowed. Also, Chuck Berry and Huey Smith.
I love both of them, so thanks, Dave. I love Dave Edmunds, actually. Were you familiar with his work?
I knew it a bit. I've been listening to a bit more of him. Actually, I was listening to Girls Talk this morning. That's a tune, isn't it?
It's a classic. Queen of Hearts, From Small Things, Big Things Come, The Race. He's got loads of great records, Dave Edmunds. The Welsh Rocker. Also, I should point out in a feature, James, this is sad, so let's do it early on so we don't have to end on a downer. I Googled Dave Edmunds to see what he's up to. He's recovering from a massive heart attack at the moment, so we send our love and our, thank you for your contribution to the panoply of pops to Dave Edmunds. Brilliant artist.
Yeah, he was in a band called Love Sculpture.
Yes, they got to number high, I'm going to call it, with Sabre Dance or whatever.
Yeah, number 5 in 1968.
Yeah.
Who was he producing at the time?
Dave Edmunds?
Yeah.
1968? I don't know.
No, around the time of this record, so 17.
Don't know.
He was producing Shakin' Stevens and the Sunsets.
Oh, of course, they're all in that gang, aren't they? Geraint Watkins plays piano on this record. I love his piano playing. He's been in loads of bands like that. Met Geraint Watkins once. And I just wanted to talk to him about Shakin' Stevens, and he wasn't so into it. There's a bit, though, at the end, this is mentioned, Mark L.A. No, let's call him Mark Lash. He's on the Lash. He's saying the best and most iconic use of an augmented triad by piano player Geraint Watkins, because he kind of goes wherever he's going.
Right. Well, you got to explain what an augmented triad is, because to me it just sounds like some kind of Japanese gangster who's had breast implants.
It's at the end, so whatever he's doing, let me do it. I hear you knocking, go back where you've... So he's in A. You better go back to your Jamie Cook. He's grooving and he's raising his eyebrows in a look. I hear him knocking. Nice.
Thanks.
But you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been. And that chord, like the 5, we've discussed that in the past, James, many times on Twist and Shout, and weirdly... Shed 7, she left me on Friday. It's going to lead you back somewhere. But then I suppose the augmented, he goes, just gives it a little thing of
Hello.
And then when I was watching David and sing this on Jules Holland's Hootenanny show, Jules Holland sticks that lovely chord in because it's so good.
And the song is kind of it's almost like the opposite of It's Only Make Believe and My Prayer and Dangling on a String, because it's someone going, this relationship is done.
As Steve Henry on YouTube says, this was my go-to song when my wife left me, and believe you me, she wasn't allowed to come back in.
Yeah. Did she want to, though? There's got to be that element to it. But good, it's something quite empowering about this song. And you think, if a woman sang it, it'd be more like a sort of an empowerment anthem, wouldn't it?
If you like. Georgia Smith says, I thought of this last week when you have to ring a doorbell to gain access to the bank. Seems unusual.
But that's not... I mean, we had a doorbell in part 1, didn't we, with Clive Dunn? And now we have a knocking.
Yeah.
With Dave Edmunds.
We're tying up the shoelaces of pop into a complicated knot at the end.
If only there was a song about a Ring doorbell or something like that, one of those camera ones. A door entry system and a block of flats.
Yeah, that'll be a new song. We can write that after, James.
Okay.
Let's get in the charts. I love Dave Edmunds because he was in Paul McCartney's band in the film Give My Regards to Broad Street as well. Have you seen that film? No. IMDb rating 9.9, I imagine.
Yeah, I think you might like it. So the story is that Dave Edmunds originally wanted to cover a completely different song. He wanted to do Let's Work Together.
Okay, Canned Heat.
But Canned Heat had just done it. So he went, I can't do that one. And then he heard the original of this on the car radio, and it was being played on the car radio because Smiley Lewis Best Of was being released in the UK. And he went, hang on. They've got it's really similar to Let's Work Together. Yeah. You could use the same backing track for both songs. It's a simple 12 bar. So he goes, I'll do that. And where does he record it? Because that's significant.
Would it be... What's that studio in Wales everyone goes on about? Rockpile, what's it called?
Rockfield Studios in Monmouth, which goes on to be this legendary studio where loads of people record stuff. Bohemian Rhapsody famously was there, and bands in the 90s, all the sort of Britpop lot.
What's the Story? Morning Glory was recorded there.
Their first hit from that studios.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I say, for what's simply a cover, really, it's got a touch of Quo. We talked about it, haven't we, early on? Black Sabbath are in the charts, Led Zeppelin, not in the singles charts, but they're knocking about. It's got a rock sound to it, but it's an old 50s stylish song, so it's a peculiar mix, I think, hence you calling it glam.
Yeah, I think it's the precursor to glam. I think there was Spirit in the Sky was a number one, like a couple of months before this as well. I think that's kind of proto-glam as well. But more crucially, he is the only Dave to have a solo number one hit until who?
All right. Right at the bitter end, you've thrown this one in the works. The only Dave to have a solo
number one hit until...
Dave Davis, Tears of whatever the clown one?
Nah.
Go on.
Dave.
David Bowie?
No, Dave. The rapper Dave. As a number one in 2022 with Starlight. I will point out that the Dave Clark Five, Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Titch, Dave and Ansel Collins and Dave Stewart with Barbara Gaskin all have number ones as well, but they're not solo, are they?
All right. I remember watching Dave Edmunds on Tiz was singing For Small Thing, Big Things Come. Seems to have thrown a stupid clue. He's not the only Edmunds who's on a Saturday morning on television.
Yeah, he's not the only Edmunds who's had a chart hit as well, as listeners of our bonus tracks will know from previously.
Yeah, we did Brown Sauce, didn't we? I Want to Be a Winner.
Yeah.
All right, then. I mean, I love Dave Edmunds. If you're just getting into him, James, just check out the best of Dave Edmunds or something. It's a real treat. Thank you, Dave, and, get well soon.
Lovely.
He'll be dead by the time this goes out.
That sounds like a threat. There you have it. That's the top 10 from the 13th of December, 1970. Lots of stuff going on there. A lot of pining for relationships that have ended and a little bit of I'm glad that relationship has ended. So which songs stand out for you?
I mean, I'm going to go for the Chairman of the Board one because that was relatively a new discovery to me. At the other end, I love I Hear You Knocking, but I knock the microphone then to try and add a bit of colour. I mean, I liked them all this week, James, I think. Even Jerry Monroe with his nonsense. But my favourite would be, I don't know, what's yours? I'm going to have a think about it.
Come on, Cracklin Rosie is one of my all-time favourites anyway. Okay. So let's think about the songs that are new to me that I've got into. So Nothing Rhymed by Gilbert and When I'm Dead and Gone by McGuinness Flint have been my two favourite discoveries this week.
It's a great top 10. As always, you can listen to it. It'll be after now on our attached playlist. Please do that. There's another half a dozen songs that we will be talking about imminently for our Patreon. Bonus tracks, we call it, that never, ever made the top 10 for people who chuck us a little bit of money and love and support. We appreciate it.
Yeah, go to patreon.com/ShubyPodcast if you want to be part of that gang, because this week we're going to be talking about someone else singing a Stevie Wonder song, Stevie Wonder singing someone else's song, James Bond's wife, an Olympic flag bearer, and the answer to the question, what if Robert Plant was a flute?
We would like to thank all the artists who recorded these songs, all the songwriters who wrote them, even the people from the past when they're doing covers. We would like to thank all the musicians who played on them. We'd like to thank all the record-buying public who, importantly, put them in the top 10 so me and James can talk about them. Mainly, we'd like to thank you for listening and watching. We appreciate it as well.
And until next time, shooby-dooby-doo up.
And bop-bop-shoo-up.